Hey there, amazing viewers. Have you ever found yourself standing at a crossroads looking at the map of your life and thinking, wait a second, who's really in the driver's seat here? Well, buckle up because today we're diving headfirst into a journey that's all about taking back the wheel. And the compass guiding us? Kelly Wiekers and her game-changing book, Choosing Me. Now, you might be wondering, who is Kelly Wiekers? Well, imagine going from having a crown on your head as Miss Netherlands to wielding a pen that's mightier than any sash or scepter. Kelly's story is like a roller coaster ride, full of twists, turns, and that exhilarating drop that makes you rethink everything. It's this journey that fuels Choosing Me, a book that's not just a read, it's a revelation. Picture this, you're at a carnival and there's this giant mirror maze. Every turn you take, you see a different version of yourself. Some are distorted, others are clearer, but all are parts of you. That's what Choosing Me does. It guides you through your own mirror maze, helping you find the truest reflection of yourself. And here's where it gets really interesting. Kelly's not just sharing her story, she's lighting the path for others. Take, for instance, the story of a reader named Alex. Alex was stuck in a job that was as exciting as watching paint dry. But after diving into Choosing Me, Alex realized it was time to paint their own masterpiece. They quit their job, pursued their passion for art, and now they're living a life full of color and creativity. Talk about a plot twist. But how does this magic happen? Well, it's all about making choices. Not just any choices, choices that resonate with who you truly are. Kelly's book is like that wise friend who says, hey, you've got this. Trust yourself. And the impact? It's like setting off a chain reaction of self-discovery and empowerment. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sounds great, but how do I start? Well, imagine you're at a buffet. You wouldn't just grab the first thing you see, right? You'd take a moment, look around, and choose what really calls out to you. That's the first step, taking a pause and listening to your inner voice. And as we move through this video, we'll explore more stories, share some laughs, and even have a few aha moments together. So, are you ready to choose yourself? Because trust me, it's a journey worth taking. Stay tuned, my friends. We're just scratching the surface. Up next, we'll dive deeper into Kelly's personal awakening and uncover the secrets to making choices that truly matter. And hey, who knows? By the end of this, you might just find yourself writing your own story of transformation. Section 1. The Genesis of Choosing Me. In the world of self-discovery and personal growth, few works have resonated as deeply as Kelly Wiekers' Choosing Me. This seminal piece has touched countless lives, providing a beacon of hope and inspiration for those navigating the tumultuous seas of self-identity and purpose. But how did this transformative work come to be? What were the pivotal moments in Kelly's life that forged the path to its creation? In this section, we embark on a journey through the genesis of Choosing Me, exploring the inspirations, challenges, and the initial vision that shaped this remarkable book. Kelly's journey began in the quiet corners of her own life, where the seeds of Choosing Me were first planted. Growing up, Kelly was like many of us, searching for her place in the world, juggling societal expectations with her own desires. It was during these formative years that Kelly found solace in writing, a passion that would eventually blossom into her life's work. Kelly's inspirations. The roots of Choosing Me can be traced back to Kelly's diverse sources of inspiration. From the wisdom of ancient philosophers to the poignant narratives of contemporary authors, Kelly found herself drawn to stories of resilience and transformation. Yet it was the everyday heroes she encountered, individuals who overcame adversity with grace and courage, that left the most indelible marks on her heart. These stories, both grand and intimate, fueled her desire to create something that would not only reflect her own journey but also resonate with others on a similar path. The writing process. The creation of Choosing Me was anything but linear. Kelly's writing process was a labyrinth of introspection, doubt, and revelation. She often found herself wrestling with the dual roles of author and protagonist, navigating the delicate balance between vulnerability and wisdom. In her journal entries, we catch glimpses of the struggle, a dance between fear and faith, where each word written was a step towards self-discovery. One of Kelly's journal entries, dated a few months before the manuscript was completed, reads, "Today, I faced the blank page like a mirror. It reflected back my fears, my insecurities, and yet it also showed me the strength I never knew I had." Writing this book is like unraveling a tapestry, thread by thread, revealing the pattern of my soul, the moment of revelation. A pivotal moment in Kelly's journey was what she later referred to as her moment of revelation. It was a crisp autumn morning, with the world outside her window ablaze in hues of orange and gold. As she sat with her morning coffee, a sudden clarity washed over her, a realization that her struggles and triumphs were not hers alone but a shared human experience. This moment was the catalyst that transformed her personal musings into a universal narrative. Early draft excerpts. The early drafts of Choosing Me were a testament to Kelly's evolving vision. They were raw, unpolished, yet imbued with a sincerity that would become the hallmark of her work. In one excerpt, she wrote, "Choosing me is not an act of selfishness, but a declaration of self-worth. It is the understanding that to love others fully, we must first love ourselves unapologetically." These drafts were shared with a select few, friends, mentors, and fellow writers whose feedback was instrumental in shaping the final manuscript. Their insights not only honed the narrative but also bolstered Kelly's confidence in her message. Early feedback stories. The initial reception of Choosing Me was a mix of apprehension and excitement. Kelly recalls the first time she shared her manuscript with her closest confidant, a friend who had seen her through the highs and lows of her journey. With bated breath, she awaited the verdict. The feedback was overwhelmingly positive, yet it came with a caveat: the book, while powerful, needed to be more inclusive to speak to a wider audience. This feedback was a turning point. Kelly went back to the drawing board, weaving in stories from diverse backgrounds, ensuring that Choosing Me would resonate with readers from all walks of life. The process was arduous, but the end result was a book that transcended its initial scope, becoming a universal anthem for self-empowerment. As we reflect on the genesis of Choosing Me, we see not just the story of a book, but the story of a woman who dared to embrace her truth. Kelly Weaker's journey is a testament to the power of vulnerability, the courage to confront one's fears, and the transformative impact of choosing oneself. In the chapters that follow, we will delve deeper into the themes and messages that make Choosing Me a timeless masterpiece. For now, let us celebrate the genesis of this remarkable work, a testament to the human spirit and the unyielding quest for self-discovery. Section 2, The Philosophy of Self-Choice. Welcome, dear listeners, to a profound exploration of one of life's most pivotal philosophies, the art and science of choosing oneself. As we delve into this section, let's unravel the intricate tapestry of self-choice, understanding its profound implications on personal growth, relationships, and career paths. By the end of this journey, we aim to offer you a robust framework that blends the insightful wisdom of Weakers with broader philosophical perspectives, guiding you toward a deeper, more empowered understanding of self. To embark on this journey, we must first understand the essence of the self. The self is not just a collection of attributes, experiences, and memories. It's the conscious entity that navigates through life's manifold challenges and opportunities. It's the part of us that decides, dreams, and desires. Understanding the self is akin to understanding the core of our existence, which is why the philosophy of self-choice is so profoundly transformative. Let's begin with the story of Kelly, a young professional who found herself at a crossroads. Kelly had always been diligent, following the path laid out by societal expectations and familial pressures. However, a chance encounter with a mentor changed everything. This mentor, an advocate of the philosophy of self-choice, challenged Kelly to question her motives and desires. Through a series of deep conversations and introspective exercises, Kelly began to understand that the choices she made were not truly hers, they were echoes of others' expectations. This realization was both liberating and daunting. Kelly's journey from conformity to self-choice encapsulates the first key point, the understanding of self. It's about peeling back the layers to discover who you truly are, what you truly want, and how you want to navigate your life's journey. But what does it mean to truly choose oneself? Self-choice is not merely about individualism or selfishness, it's about authenticity and alignment. It's about making decisions that resonate with your core values, aspirations, and desires. This is where the philosophical underpinnings come into play. Thinkers like Sartre and Nietzsche have long advocated for the power of individual will and the courage to live authentically. Sartre, in particular, emphasized the concept of existential freedom, where individuals are not only free to choose but are also responsible for their choices. This philosophical perspective forms the bedrock of self-choice, urging us to embrace our freedom and take ownership of our lives. Practical applications of self-choice extend into every facet of life. In relationships, choosing oneself means setting healthy boundaries, communicating effectively, and honoring one's own needs and desires. In career paths, it means pursuing vocations that align with one's passions and strengths, even if it means deviating from conventional routes. Let's illuminate this with another story. Meet Alex, a reader who shared their journey of self-choice with us. Alex had been a high-flying lawyer, but the job left them feeling empty and unfulfilled. Through introspection and the courage to choose themselves, Alex transitioned into a career as a wildlife photographer, a long-held passion. This transition was not without its challenges, but Alex's decision to prioritize self-choice led to a more fulfilling and authentic life. Psychological studies on self-empowerment further substantiate the philosophy of self-choice. Research has shown that individuals who make decisions aligned with their core values experience higher levels of well-being and satisfaction. Self-choice is not just a philosophical ideal, it's a practical strategy for enhancing one's quality of life. Consider the real-life scenario of Maria, a schoolteacher who felt trapped in her job. Despite her passion for education, the rigid system stifled her creativity. Maria embarked on a journey of self-choice, leading her to create a unique educational platform that combined traditional teaching with innovative digital tools. Her choice to align her passion with her career not only led to personal fulfillment but also had a positive impact on her students. As we conclude this section, remember that the philosophy of self-choice is an ongoing journey, not a destination. It's about continually questioning, reflecting, and realigning with one's true self. The stories of Kelly, Alex, and Maria illustrate the transformative power of choosing oneself. They remind us that while the path of self-choice may be challenging, it is ultimately the most rewarding route to personal growth, authentic relationships, and a fulfilling career. Dear listeners, as you reflect on these insights, ask yourself, what choices am I making today? Are they in alignment with my true self? Embrace the philosophy of self-choice and embark on a journey towards a life that is truly yours. Thank you for joining us in this exploration, and we hope it serves as a guiding light on your path to self-discovery and empowerment. Section 3. Navigating Relationships Through the Lens of Choosing Me. Welcome back, dear listeners, to our deep dive into the transformative world of choosing me. We've journeyed together through understanding the power of self-compassion and self-awareness, and now we arrive at a critical juncture: relationships. In this section, we'll explore how the principles of choosing me can revolutionize the way we interact with others, from setting boundaries to fostering healthier connections. Let's unravel the wisdom of Weaker's advice through the lens of real-life relationships, weaving in stories, metaphors, and exercises that bring these concepts to life. Imagine, if you will, that relationships are like a dance. When we first step onto the dance floor, we may step on each other's toes, feel out of sync, or even trip over our own feet. But as we learn the steps, communicate with our partners, and find our rhythm, the dance becomes smoother, more harmonious, and truly enjoyable. This is the essence of what we'll explore today. Let's begin with boundary setting. Boundaries are the invisible lines that define where we end and another person begins. They are essential for maintaining our individuality and ensuring that our needs and values are respected. In Choosing Me, Weakers emphasizes the importance of recognizing and communicating our boundaries to create a foundation for healthy relationships. Consider the story of Kelly, a woman who, like many of us, struggled with setting boundaries in her relationships. Kelly was a people pleaser, always saying yes to requests, even when they drained her energy or conflicted with her values. Over time, this pattern left her feeling exhausted and resentful. However, through the principles of Choosing Me, Kelly learned to identify her boundaries and assert them with grace and clarity. One day, a friend asked Kelly to help organize a large event on the same weekend she had planned a much-needed personal retreat. In the past, Kelly would have immediately agreed, sacrificing her own plans. But this time, she paused, took a deep breath, and said, "I care about you and your event, but I've made a commitment to myself that weekend. I won't be able to help this time." This simple act of boundary setting was a turning point for Kelly, empowering her to prioritize her needs while still maintaining a caring relationship. Kelly's story illustrates the transformative power of setting boundaries. By choosing herself, she not only protected her own well-being but also enhanced the quality of her relationships. As Weakers writes, when we honor our boundaries, we invite others to do the same, creating a space of mutual respect and understanding. Next, let's explore communication techniques. Communication is the lifeblood of relationships, yet it can often be a source of misunderstanding and conflict. Choosing Me offers practical tools to enhance communication, fostering deeper connections and resolving conflicts more effectively. One effective technique is the practice of active listening. Imagine a conversation as a two-way street. When we truly listen, we engage in a dance of understanding, allowing the other person to express themselves fully before responding. This creates a safe space for open dialogue and empathy. Consider the story of a couple, Mark and Lisa, who were experiencing frequent misunderstandings and arguments. They decided to try the communication exercises from the book, starting with active listening. During their next disagreement, instead of interrupting each other, they took turns speaking and listening without judgment. This simple shift transformed their interactions. Mark shared, "For the first time, I felt heard and I understood Lisa's perspective without getting defensive." By choosing to communicate with empathy and openness, Mark and Lisa strengthened their bond and navigated conflicts with greater ease. The power of active listening extends beyond romantic relationships. It applies to friendships, family dynamics, and even professional interactions. By choosing to listen actively, we honor the other person's experience and create a foundation for mutual respect and understanding. Finally, let's delve into healthy relationship dynamics. Healthy relationships are characterized by mutual respect, trust, and support. Choosing Me guides us in cultivating these qualities by prioritizing our well-being and fostering connections that align with our values. One powerful metaphor that Weekers uses is that of a garden. Just as a garden requires attention, care, and the right conditions to thrive, so do our relationships. We must nurture them with love, attention, and boundaries while also being mindful of the weeds, negative patterns, or dynamics that can choke the growth of healthy connections. Let's consider a case study from the book which highlights the transformation of a family dynamic. The Johnson family had a long-standing pattern of criticism and blame, leading to strained relationships and frequent conflicts. Inspired by Choosing Me, they began practicing gratitude and appreciation, focusing on each other's strengths rather than flaws. By choosing to cultivate positivity and support, they created a nurturing environment where each family member felt valued and understood. This shift not only improved their interactions but also deepened their bonds, illustrating how choosing ourselves can ripple out to benefit those around us. As we conclude this section, let's reflect on the profound impact of Choosing Me on our relationships. By setting boundaries, enhancing communication, and fostering healthy dynamics, we create a foundation for meaningful connections that honor our individuality and enrich our lives. Remember, dear listeners, relationships are a dance of mutual respect and understanding. By choosing ourselves, we invite others to join us in a harmonious dance that celebrates both our individuality and our shared journey. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Choosing Me in the context of relationships. Let's carry these insights forward, transforming our connections and nurturing the beauty of our shared human experience. Section 4, Career and Self-Choice, Crafting a Path Aligned with Your True Self. Welcome back, dear listeners. As we journey deeper into the heart of Choosing Me, we arrive at a critical juncture where career and self-identity meet, a powerful intersection that can profoundly shape our lives. In this section, we explore the transformative power of aligning our career choices with our personal values and desires, a path that leads to fulfillment, success, and ultimately to our true selves. Let's start by considering the idea of aligning career with values. Imagine your values as the compass guiding you through the vast ocean of career opportunities. They are the stars by which you navigate, ensuring you don't drift off course. When you choose a career that resonates with these values, it's like finding a harbor where you feel safe, content, and fulfilled. For instance, if you value creativity and innovation, a career in design or technology might offer you the space to express yourself and contribute meaningfully. Often, the fear of change or failure prevents us from pursuing such careers. Overcoming career fears is a crucial step towards embracing a path that aligns with our true selves. These fears manifest as doubts about our capabilities, worries about financial instability, or concerns about societal expectations. But remember, every professional who has ever taken a leap towards their true calling has faced these fears. The difference lies in their decision to confront and conquer them. Now, let's dive into some success stories that exemplify this journey. Consider Kelly's career transition. Kelly was a successful lawyer, admired by colleagues, and financially secure. Yet she felt unfulfilled, as if her career was a costume she wore rather than a true expression of herself. After much introspection, Kelly realized her passion lay in environmental conservation, a field aligned with her values of sustainability and stewardship. Despite her fears, Kelly took a bold step, leaving her law career to pursue a role in an environmental nonprofit. Today, she leads impactful projects, her work resonating deeply with her core values, and she feels genuinely fulfilled. Another inspiring tale is that of a professional's journey to fulfillment. Alex was a talented software developer working for a prestigious tech company. However, the long hours and competitive environment left him feeling disconnected from his true self. Through self-reflection and guided by the principles of Choosing Me, Alex discovered his passion for teaching. He gradually transitioned into a career as a coding instructor for underprivileged youth. This new path not only aligned with his values of education and community service but also reignited his passion for technology by allowing him to share it with others. These stories illustrate the power of aligning career choices with personal values and desires. But how can we begin this journey ourselves? One effective method is using career assessment tools. These tools can help identify your strengths, preferences, and values, guiding you towards careers that are a natural fit. For example, the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator can offer insights into your personality traits and how they might align with different career paths. In addition, personal development plans, derived from the book, can serve as a roadmap. These plans encourage setting goals that reflect your values and taking actionable steps to achieve them. For instance, you might set a goal to transition into a new career field within the next 2 years. Your plan could include steps like networking with professionals in that field, gaining relevant certifications, and gradually reducing financial dependencies on your current job. As we wrap up this section, remember that crafting a career aligned with your true self is a journey, not a destination. It requires courage, self-awareness, and a willingness to embrace change. But the rewards, fulfillment, joy, and a sense of purpose are immeasurable. By aligning your career with your values, you take a significant step towards choosing me, embracing a life that is authentically yours. In the next section, we will explore how these principles extend beyond career choices, influencing our relationships and personal growth. Until then, reflect on your own values and consider how they might guide you towards a career that feels like home. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and fulfillment. Section 5, The Ripple Effect. How Choosing Me Impacts Society. Welcome back, dear listeners. In this section, we delve into something truly profound, the ripple effect of choosing me and its implications on society at large. When we talk about the societal impact of self-choice, we're exploring how individual empowerment can lead to collective transformation. Let's uncover how empowered individuals contribute to a more empathetic, inclusive, and resilient society. Imagine a drop of water falling into a still pond. The impact creates ripples that expand outward, touching every part of the water's surface. This is precisely what happens when you choose to prioritize your well-being and personal growth. Your choices, your actions, and your newfound empowerment don't just affect you, they affect everyone around you. This is the essence of the ripple effect. Let's start with the immediate circle, your community. When you engage in self-choice, you become a beacon of hope and inspiration to those around you. Your friends, family, and neighbors witness your transformation and begin to question their own lives. They see your newfound confidence, happiness, and purpose, and they wonder, what if I could have that too? This curiosity leads to conversations, and these conversations plant seeds of change. People start to explore their own desires and needs. They begin to make choices that align with their true selves. Slowly but surely, a community starts to shift. It becomes a place where individuals feel supported in their self-discovery journeys. This is community building at its finest, where empathy and understanding flourish. Consider the story of Alex, who, after reading Choosing Me, decided to leave a job that drained her spirit. She started a small business that aligned with her passions and values. Her decision inspired her neighbors, who began to reevaluate their own careers. Soon, the entire neighborhood was buzzing with entrepreneurial spirit and collaboration. They formed a community market showcasing local talents and goods. This market became a hub for connection, creativity, and mutual support. Now, let's expand our view to a global perspective. The ripple effect of self-choice doesn't stop at the community level. It spreads across borders, cultures, and continents. In an interconnected world, empowered individuals can ignite movements that transcend geographical boundaries. This is where global reader movements come into play. Take, for example, the international book club that formed around Choosing Me. Readers from different countries came together online to discuss the book's principles and how they were applying them in their lives. This virtual community turned into a real-world movement. Members organized local meetups, workshops, and even social projects founded on the principles of self-choice. One such project was initiated by Maria, a reader from Brazil. Inspired by the book, she launched a community garden in her city. The garden became a symbol of resilience and cooperation. It brought together people from diverse backgrounds who shared a common goal to cultivate not just plants, but also connections and understanding. This garden became a model for similar projects in other countries, demonstrating how self-choice can lead to tangible societal changes. Now, let's explore some examples of social projects founded on self-choice principles. In India, a group of young professionals influenced by the book created a mentorship program for underprivileged youth. They focused on empowering these young individuals to make informed choices about their education and career paths. The program's success led to partnerships with schools and nonprofits, creating a ripple effect that reached thousands of students. In Canada, a reader named Jamal started a community dialogue series titled Choosing Us. These gatherings encouraged participants to share their stories of personal transformation and discuss how they could collectively address social issues. The dialogues fostered a sense of belonging and agency, leading to several grassroots initiatives aimed at improving local welfare. These stories and examples illustrate the profound impact of choosing me on society. When individuals prioritize their well-being and authenticity, they become catalysts for positive change. They inspire communities to come together, foster empathy and inclusivity, and tackle challenges with resilience and creativity. As we reflect on the ripple effect of self-choice, let's remember that each of us has the power to influence the world around us. By choosing to live authentically and courageously, we contribute to a societal transformation that ripples far beyond our immediate reach. This is the beauty of choosing me. It's not just about personal growth, it's about creating a better world for everyone. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of the ripple effect. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into practical steps you can take to harness the power of self-choice in your life and community. Until then, keep choosing you and let your ripples spread far and wide. As we wrap up our journey through Choosing Me by Kelly Wiekers, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible impact this book has had. We've explored the idea of self-choice, not just as a fleeting decision, but as a lifelong commitment to ourselves. It's amazing, right? This notion that by simply choosing ourselves, we unlock a world of empowerment and growth. The stories we've shared, from Kelly's inspiring vision for the future to the heartfelt commitment of readers who've embraced the principles of self-choice, truly highlight the book's lasting impact. It's like planting a seed of self-love and watching it bloom into a garden of empowerment. Remember Kelly's vision? It's like she handed us a roadmap to navigate our own lives with confidence and joy. And then there's the reader who, after years of practicing self-choice, transformed their life completely. These aren't just stories, they're living proof that choosing ourselves isn't just beneficial, it's essential. Think about those longitudinal studies on self-choice. They're like little time capsules that show us the long-term benefits of prioritizing our own well-being. And let's not forget about Kelly's future projects. It's clear this journey is far from over, and there's so much more to explore. So, what's next for us? Well, I encourage each and every one of you to take what you've learned and run with it. Embrace the principles of self-choice in your daily life. Whether it's saying no to something that doesn't serve you or yes to an opportunity that excites you, every choice matters. And hey, if you're hungry for more, dive deeper into self-empowerment. There are countless resources out there, from books to podcasts, that can help you continue on this path. As we close, I want to leave you with this thought: choosing yourself is not selfish, it's the most generous act you can do for the world. Because when you shine, you give others permission to do the same. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Choosing Me. Remember, the journey to self-empowerment starts with a single choice, the choice to prioritize you. Keep choosing yourself and watch as your world transforms. Until next time, take care and keep shining brightly.